Alright, I'm going to skip a bullet off of the pond and see if we can zoom in here and hit that plate of steel right there that I have up against the tree. And I'll explain how to do this in case you want to skip a bullet off of water. Let me make sure I'm in frame here. It might take me a few tries. Did you hear it?
Yep.
I'll try and do it again.
Really?
Now you can see the bullet's hitting the water, and you can hear it tinking off that plate of steel over there. There. Now I'll explain to you how to do that. You can do it with a handgun, see, or a rifle, but the way you do this, this is an old Ithaca single shot lever action 22 that my dad learned to shoot on. I think this is the first rifle he ever shot. It's also the first rifle I ever shot, and my brother's. But the way you do this, and you have to be careful, you have to make sure there's nothing behind you that's can't be hit. Okay, now back there we have an old barn, nobody's in it, and a bunch of trees and woods, and it's safe. But what I'm using here is right here, CCI CB Shorts, 710 feet per second, and I've chronographed those out of my Henry lever action 22. It's about the same size as this, and they are right about that speed. So you need a real slow bullet. These are 29 grain. Okay, a light bullet. It may not have to be light, but it's got to be slow. The angle that you're shooting the water has to be very shallow. I mean, if you're shooting down into the water, it's just going to go into the water. But if you just get it real shallow, like you're skipping a rock, it'll skip right off. Now the way I did this is I set that cardboard up there and I started shooting, and you could hear the bullet hitting the cardboard. Okay, so I just marked me some weeds and I would shoot in between a particular couple of weeds. Okay, so I was knowing exactly where I was hitting the water in the same spot every time. And then I did that like maybe 10 shots and went and looked at the cardboard to see about where the bullets were hitting the cardboard. And then you take your balloon, and if I had a balloon I'd have set that up, but I couldn't find one, or your plate of steel, something that you can hear, and you set it right where your bullets were hitting the cardboard. Now one thing I could have done was move the cardboard so you know it wouldn't look so trashy and that wouldn't have been as obvious. But so basically you find out how you're going to shoot, where you're going to shoot, where the bullets are hitting, and then you set your target in that path. Okay, now I know exactly what weeds to shoot with that bullet. Now here, let me do it. Well, let me try this with some of these bullets, which are 810 feet per second. These are a little faster. Okay, these are also 29 grain, but these are a little faster. No, these are 830 feet per second. Now, it might not work the same because the bullet's traveling at a different speed. They'll shoot the same spot the same way. Oh, and it did work. They're close enough to where that works too. Okay, now let me try one of these Aguilas, or Super Calibre, whatever, these Mexican rounds. Now these are 20 grains. They're real lightweight and they have no gunpowder. It's just the primer, the priming compound. Let me try these. Now see, that was traveling a little different. It did not hit the same. It hit the tree, I could hear it hit the tree, but it didn't hit the same. I have a .22 long rifle. Now this kind of thing, you gotta pick the bullet. It's got to be the same bullet, okay, and the same gun, because a different bullet, a different bullet weight, a different velocity, a different barrel length gun, the bullet's going to travel different and not land in the same spot. Okay, now that just went into the water because that was traveling so fast. It didn't skip off the surface of the water, it dug into the water. Now that was a Federal .22 long rifle. So anyway, that's how that's done. Let me zoom in on it. I don't know if you'll be able to see the bullets actually hitting it, but let me try a few with it zoomed in and see if you can see the bullets hitting it. I missed it that time. And if the water gets too ripply, you need to let the water calm back down again. Let me do it a couple more times and we'll see if on the video it can be seen. That was an 830. Let's go back to the 710 feet per second bullets. A little slower, maybe easier to see. Here we go, one more time. Alright, that's how that's done. I just heard the bullet land right in front of me.